Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. The Kenya Airports Authority has caused another storm in the country. You know that this is the body that manages our airport. And our airport has been the subject of discussion not only at a national level but at the international front. It all started when our airport was really painted in bad faith. It was leaking. There was a lot of blackout, floods within the airport. And then before we knew it, Adani came in and we were being told that this was private initiative. Adani realized that we had a pathetic, airport. And so they had a proposal that they should help us revamp our airport. Many people still believe that these were deliberate efforts that were to prepare us psychologically because the government of the day had signed a deal with Adani. Now, in the midst of all this, we realized that the airport was suffering. There was quite a lot that needed very urgent attention. We all agree that that airport needs expansion, a proper one that will ensure that money is used prudently. The problem is that those who sign such deals to ensure that we facelift our airport are also looking to enrich themselves from the taxpayers' money. There was also some complaints that our conveyor belt, is low, and we had cases of persons missing their pieces of property and the kind of search that they were giving to visitors. It was a state of confusion. And so it was expected that anyone who is part and parcel of the management of the airport or Kenya Airports Authority or JKIA and all that would ensure that they have their best priority. When Adani deal came in, Kenyans were asking several questions: why it was done in a clandestine manner, why wasn't it made open to us? Of course, William Ruto defended this together with all his cronies until news came from the New York City of the US that Adani had been indicted because of bribery charges. And so William Ruto had got no choice but to cancel. Also, we think because the courts have told William Ruto to prove by documentation that he has indeed cancelled the contract between UDA government and Adani. But ladies and gentlemen, having given you that foundation, you remember the very vocal Caleb Kositan. Caleb Kositan contested for a member of parliament seat, I think, and he failed to get that. He used to talk so much that I thought he was popular on the ground. And I've realized those people who yap a lot don't work. And he didn't make it to this parliament. And so, as usual, when William Ruto was rewarding his friends, Caleb Kositan became the chairman of the Kenya Airports Authority board. And there is this news that they shared with us on Twitter that has really caused a storm within the borders and outside the borders. They were telling us that KAA board chairman Honorable Caleb Kositan this morning was the chief guest at the unveiling ceremony of the revamped JKIA Ndovu roundabout. So these people sat down. They are being paid by taxpayers' money. They are part and parcel of the management of our airports and the surrounding. With all the problems that are bedeviling that sector, they decided that one of their priority is to revamp a roundabout, aesthetic value and beautification. And it was unveiled in a ceremony, and they had to share it to us. And people were asking, really? But this did not go down well with many Kenyans who read this and they responded very negatively. Let me ask you, if you are in the position of Caleb Kositan, what would be your priority? Would it be revamping a roundabout? Remember, this revamping does not just come, it is costly. Money has been used and they have unveiled it. What would be your first priority? And before we delve so much into this, allow me to request you to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. This will allow us to grow together. I would also want to request you to give this video likes. It helps in promoting the video. Again, to those who support the channel, those who share our videos, our returning subscribers, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to read a few comments before we get to the discussion here, because this UDA government is just full of funny moments. They should be the UDA government should be turned into a kind of a comedy hall, because what they do, surely. Someone is saying that funny how in Kenya, even a roundabout is launched and the launching even costs half the money used to build the actual roundabout. Useless. Fix the drainage system that gets flooded whenever it rains. Provide passenger cover from pickup and drop off areas to the terminal. We get drenched all the time. Pure rubbish. It's better you launch those two beautiful yangs rather than these Kidero drums in the name of roundabout. How do you launch an existing roundabout? What's the obsession with this regime in launching everything? Tell your chair Kositan to come launch my gate tomorrow. We are beautifying roundabouts instead of expanding our luggage belt or even improving our entry gates. Looks more of a techno advert than an airport revamped. Roundabout? Then let me just read the last one. Someone is saying, Dear Kenya Airports Authority Management, while the unveiling of the JKIA Ndovu roundabout is commendable, the focus should be on addressing persistent issues like luggage lost, delayed flights, poor communication, and subpar services. These improvements will truly elevate JKIA reputation. Let's prioritize solutions that directly enhance passenger experience. And I think if there is one person who has given a very candid advice without any malice, is this person here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans obviously are dissatisfied with this kind of information. What are some of the drawbacks or the suspicion why Kenyans don't feel this would have come at such a moment? Number one, ladies and gentlemen, priority. Do you know that sometimes you can put money into something, not bad, but then when you look at priority, that thing should have been at the bottom of the list. When we have a leaking airport, we have terminals that are really wanting. Someone is saying there that the communication skills and luggage is getting lost and the conveyor belt that is as old as I don't know. Then someone launches a roundabout, then it means the priority is wrong. And when a priority is wrong, it means the person in charge is not fit to be in that office. This is because William Ruto has rewarded his cronies. Remember, Ruto's first cabinet, and even the cabinet that we have today, was and is still full of politicians. You remember Machogu was in education, ran for the Kisii or Nyamira gubernatorial position. Aisha Jumwa ran for a gubernatorial position. Murkomen was a senator. Most of them and they are being rewarded. Sometimes when you prioritize your appointments in rewarding your people rather than meritocracy, then you risk having people who are incompetent. And this is why we feel that even Kositan might not be the best person there. Priority. Number two, we have a government that has got penchant, for just launching things that they should not even launch because they want political mileage, they want to be seen to be working. When someone realizes that there's nothing that they're doing, they will keep on launching and posting. Then there is this issue of how much money has been lost in the project. We have a government, and these are not our words. We've been told of what happened during the G2G oil deal. We have been told of what happened, why the government had to retract the company that was publishing and printing our exams because they wanted kickbacks, and that company was not ready to give kickbacks, and they gave it to an Indian company. So we have a situation where the Auditor General and the Controller of Budget have told us that renovations, maybe at the President's State House, Deputy President's offices, and all these senior government officials always take a lot of money. They're not even a priority. They even buy vehicles in offices that already have vehicles. And so there are fears that this project has really taken a lot of money. It seems like when William Ruto gave his people jobs, he told them, just think of anything that can give you money. Just think of a project, use a quarter of the money that you have mentioned, pocket the rest. And that is one of the fears. And if these are the people who want to, help William Ruto realize the bottom-up, economy and bring success to this government, I can assure you, we will achieve nothing. No wonder William Ruto was in Tanzania praising them how they have surpassed us in East African trade in terms of goods and services. It's really a shame.